Hi, my name is Jacob Wong. I'm a first year medical student here. What brings you in today? How can I help you? Yeah, okay. Look at the overnight oats. I made these last night. This has now become my breakfast every day. I just make overnight oats in the morning. And it works, it tastes fine, I think it's healthy, so it's high in fiber. So today is Tuesday, February 11th, it's 9:50 a.m. And today is a semi-interesting day because we have our lectures, but we also have an OSCE. And for those of you who don't know, an OSCE stands for an Objective Structured Clinical Examination. And what I do in the actual OSCE is, I walk in to a room, I'm talking to an actor who's acting as a patient and I'm acting as a medical student. So it's just a way for me to practice my clinical skills, also a way for me to practice just like speaking to a patient. We are in our dermatology, rheumatology, and bone block. It's a 2-week block and I have my exam on Friday. Today's a Tuesday, so I'm kind of ramping up my studying. But what's on the actual medical school calendar today is I have a lecture from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. on neoplastic bone pathology, and then I have a lecture from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. on tumor-like lesions and soft tissue pathology, and then I have my OSCE from 3:20 p.m. to 5 p.m. That's the whole day, so I'm gonna take you along with me, show you what it's like. Hopefully we make this a good day. Don't know if people can hear me. Okay, so lecture's going on right now, and I used to try to go to lecture in person and be a good student, but I realized that that's not the best way for me to learn, because when they hit us with 4 lectures in one day, I can't learn all of that material before the next day when they hit us with 4 more lectures. And then I can't learn all that before the next day where they hit us with 4 more. And at that point, if I show up to a lecture, to me it's kind of pointless because I don't have the context and I haven't learned all the material that would allow me to understand the more advanced lectures, you know what I mean? So it's the information just goes in one ear, out the other. So I've started to watch the lectures so I can, learn the material at my own pace. I am now more of a remote lecture watcher. Fortunately, NYU records all their lectures. In terms of how many people actually go to lecture in person, I would say our class is roughly 100 people. Depending on the lecture and the day, I'd say anywhere between 15 to 50.
My bad, bro.
Watch your videos.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
What's your name?
Andrew.
Andrew Jacob. Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
It's awesome that you watch the videos, man.
Yeah.
Alright. See you, Andrew. It's nice meeting you.
Yeah, see you.
Dude, that was my first time. That was my first time ever being recognized from the video. I didn't think that ever happened. That's crazy. That is crazy. Man, that made my day. That made my day. Okay, I'm gonna take a quick study break and do a mini Q&A because I was thinking about my other videos and I was I have this tendency to ask other people questions, but I don't actually answer questions myself. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. First thing is a little bit about me. I graduated from Rice University in 2024. I majored in sports medicine and exercise physiology. I minored in biochemistry and cell biology, and I loved Rice. Rice was the best experience ever. But yeah, I graduated there last May. I started medical school here at NYU in July of 2024. So I went straight through, no gap years, and I'm a first year medical student now. I've been a medical student for since July. So 6-7 months. Another question is, why did you choose NYU Grossman? And I might make a video about this in the future, but the gist of it is, 1, it's free tuition, which is great. 2 is they give you the option to graduate in 3 years if you want to, which is also a very nice option. And number 3, and this was very important to me, is it's in New York City. When I was choosing medical schools, I kind of wanted to get out of Texas and see what the world was like. When I was given the opportunity to come to New York City, the Big Apple, I thought that would be amazing because I would get to spend some of my 20s in New York City, and I don't know, like I'd always heard such great things about being in New York City and like the energy of the city, so I wanted to see it for myself, you know. Then last question is, what is the hardest part about being a medical student? The hardest part about being a medical student is how much studying you have to do. I know that sounds kind of like an obvious answer. It's like,
okay, you're a medical student, of course you have to study.
But it's just like, I didn't realize how much you have to study. Like, there's this analogy that people use to describe learning in medical school, and it's like, the classic analogy is you're trying to drink from a fire hydrant. And I didn't really think much of it ever, but then I got here and I really understand it. I'm like, wow, it is like trying to drink out of a fire hydrant. They give you so much information and you're trying to learn it all at a very fast pace. And there's a lot of days where I don't want to study, but it's just like, well, I have to study. That is the mini Q&A. Okay, my OSCE is in about an hour, so I'm gonna start preparing for it. Since I've been in medical school, we've had 3 OSCE so far, and none of them are graded. And honestly, like throughout our entire first year, every OSCE we have is not graded, except for the last one we have in May. The one I'm about to do is not graded. It's kind of like a low stakes situation, and it's just the opportunity for us to practice interacting with patients and work on like taking a history and doing all that clinical doctory stuff. The OSCE we have today is over domestic violence, so it's a pretty heavy OSCE, and they send us some preparation materials ahead of time where we watch a few videos on domestic violence, ways to identify it, ways to like start the conversation if you're talking to a patient, because obviously it can be a very uncomfortable and heavy topic to like bring up. I look at these preparation materials, I kind of say them to myself, and then mentally like think about what I'm gonna say, and that's how I prepare. The OSCEs, to me, they do feel a little bit odd because like deep down in my heart, I know that this is a fake situation. Like obviously you try to treat it as real as possible for like practice, but like you know that they, like the patient that you're talking to is an actor. They have us do an OSCE within a month of us starting school just to like throw us in the deep end and see how we react. So we had our first OSCE, and I remember I kept smiling in the appointment. Like the patient would say something like, oh, I'm having this issue and that issue, and I'd be like, oh, okay. And I would kind of smile, which is not a good thing to do. And at the end of it, you get like an evaluation sheet that's filled out by like one of the mentors you have. And I got marked for smiling at inappropriate times. So I don't do that anymore. I think the thing that I struggle the most with OSCEs is creating like a line of questioning that is smooth, because oftentimes the patient will be saying like, oh, I'm having this problem and that problem. And for like a pro doctor, the doctor should be thinking like, what's my differential diagnosis? It could be this, it could be that. And I'm gonna start narrowing down the types of questions I asked to try to get down to like what I think they have. But for me, I don't have that clinical knowledge really. So oftentimes the patient will be like, I'm having this problem and that problem. And I'm like, okay, can you tell me more about it? So this is how it's gonna work. You know, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna enter the room. You know, I'm gonna say, hi, my name is Jacob Wong. I'm a first-year medical student here at NYU. Dr. Ross sent me in here to talk to you for a little bit, gather some more information. Is that okay with you? And then I'm gonna wash my hands. You know, you have to wash your hands. And then I'm just gonna ask them, be like, so like, or obviously I'll be sitting down so I can be more like on level with them. And I'm gonna be like, yeah, so like, tell me what's going on. Like, how can I help you? What brought you in? I'm gonna get that information. And then I kind of just wing it from there. Dude, we don't ever wear our white, like the only time I wear my white coats really is for OSCEs. But I'm gonna wear this today. This is the fit. The medical student OSCE fit. I'm gonna hit him with the Hello, my name is Jacob Wong. I'm a first year medical student. I'm here to talk to you today about domestic violence.
I haven't seen you in so long, bro. How are you feeling about the OSCE?
Great.
Yeah, of course. You are. How are you feeling about the OSCE?
Yeah, how stunned are you feeling about the
Absolutely amazing.
Stunned me so great. Why don't you do both of ours?
Dude, I'll do,
Yeah.
for sure.
I'll just watch you. You can do both of ours.
How did the OSCE go?
Dude, like I said, I thought he did really well.
Thanks,
I
man.
think, dude, Jacob's too hard on himself. He killed that thing.
Thanks, man. It's a very heavy topic, so I was kind of nervous. Now I'm gonna go observe this guy interact with his OSCE.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just gonna try to do as well too, bro. I think that was probably the most informative OSCE. For sure.
How'd it go? I was solid.
I also smiled. I just smiled over.
Thank you for watching. Thank you for all the support on the previous videos. I really appreciate it. I read every single comment and I hope to be coming up with more videos soon. So stay tuned for that. And with that, I will say goodbye.